This is from the Locked On NFL Scouting podcast. Just ways that the Browns can help Deshaun Watson this season.
I think the feel will be better. It can't be worse than what it was. And now he has the full off season, and he's not going to have a 3-month limbo where he's going to practice with the team and then be away from the team, and everybody's going to have been playing in that window, and you're trying to step in when you're so far behind. So, if we're being completely objective, I understand why it was a struggle through all the context, but predicting outcomes of what it's going to look like now is almost impossible, right?
Absolutely, and I think that's what inspires me to say, go get Hop. Give him something that he knows. I mean, we both watched the tape on Hop when the rumbling started, I think back in March, and we did an episode on him, and we both came away feeling pretty good about the player that he still is and how he can help a football team. And I think the presence of Amari Cooper and Nick Chubb and David Njoku and Elijah Moore is a great place for him to be able to come in and be a piece, but also give Deshaun something stabilizing. I think you've seen that from a lot of teams. A lot of it's been reuniting college quarterbacks with college receivers.
Right.
We've seen that, and we've seen that work. And I would want to do the same for Deshaun. I know it's a unique situation, but if I got that invested in Deshaun, I take advantage of this opportunity to sign Hop if I can.
Hey, Mary Kay, that makes sense. I know you have written about why you think the Browns should pursue Hopkins, but again, you also say it's a long shot. Take us through kind of the thought process.
Yeah, from the very beginning, when he first became available, I wrote right from the outset that it was unlikely to happen. And I think we've talked about this here on this very show, that it was unlikely to happen, but that you could not slam the door shut on it. You couldn't say never about it. So that's where it was until then Deshaun Watson kind of got involved and started to lobby for his friend. And at that point, I assumed that the Browns might bring him in for a visit, give him a little bit of a look-see, and sort of try to give Deshaun Watson, a weapon that he seems to want. But that was really not going to happen. Even though Deshaun was out there saying that, it just wasn't in the Browns' plans. And so I kind of had to revise a story last week where, I thought maybe he might come in. And then, I had to change it and basically say that they had no plans to bring him in once I reported it out through the day. So that's where it stands right now. They do not plan to bring him in. As we know, D-Hop was with the Titans yesterday. He's visiting the Patriots today and tomorrow, I believe it is, or coming up this week. And then he might schedule more visits after that. The only way he would end up here is if the Browns end up with significant injury and D-Hop waits and his market, kind of isn't what he wanted it to be. If he figures, let me wait and let somebody go down in training camp or a preseason game and let somebody need me enough to give me the money that I feel I deserve. So if he doesn't get what he wants, he's not just going to sign with anyone. Remember, he sort of wrote his own ticket a little bit and, kind of orchestrated his exit out of Houston. And, this is his first foray into free agency, and he's not going to just sign with any team. The situation is going to be right for him, and the money is going to be right for him.